Hey guys, it's Adam from NewsPixel, and today's a very special day. Today, my 100,000 subscriber plaque thingy just arrived in the mail. Emily just walked in the room and plunked it down on my desk. And it's crazy how the moment I saw it, it made me reflect on the last 8 years of my life, because 8+ years has been about how long this channel has been going on for, in case you didn't know. Most of you watching this right now have only been watching since the beginning of 2020, or maybe a little bit before that, believe it or not. And it made me look back at where my life was back then. Emily, my oldest child, my oldest daughter, was 11 years old at the time. She's now in college, in her second year of illustration in college. Chloe, who's now what Emily's age was, 11 years old, was a little girl, a little baby of 3, a little toddler. And Lucas, my today 7-year-old, was but a twinkle in his mother's eye, as far as that goes. I was 36, 37 years old. I was at a completely different point in my life, and never in a million years could fathom where I am today. This strange zigzagging path leading me to where I am with my channel and where I am with my school. A complete life transformation as far as that goes. And it's something that I wanted to share with you, because what I'm reflecting on today is what you're going to be reflecting on in the next 5-10 years. You have absolutely no clue where your life is going to be. Whether you're in an absolutely phenomenal place or whether you're in a complete garbage place in your life, you never know where you're going to be sooner than you know, as far as that goes. And I never could have predicted, nor will you ever be able to perfectly predict where your life is going to be. Can ya? Where was my channel 8 years ago? Well, I remember, I think my first ever video was a tutorial on how to paint a voodoo doll character, this little voodoo doll character that I actually think is still decent to this day. Most of my stuff I usually end up hating within a week of painting it. But this actually, kind of looking back, wasn't so bad, and it was a tutorial in French and English, Poupée Vaudou and Voodoo Doll. I translated them in 2 languages. Why I didn't continue to do that? Too much work. I figured it's just too confusing for most people. But I did that, and I did some color psychology videos, and then I went on this long path of different things, took little breaks here and there because I got jobs out of town, and I came back and I did different types of tutorials and different types of videos, and did inside and outside. I've had wonderful times, I've had embarrassing times, vlogging in restaurants in public, looking back at that, thinking to myself, what the hell was I thinking? You know, why did I do that? All that kind of crap. And I also knew little to nothing about audio video equipment. I think my original equipment was this little round 720p Logitech cam, you know, the ones that's a little ball with a little rubber stand and you orient it like that. My headset was this old Diablo 3 headset with a little mic. And years later, I discovered a lamp. And my first time I ever integrated any kind of lighting into my video was a standard clip-on industrial lamp, you know, the ones you get at the hardware store with a light bulb, and I clamped it onto the side of my desk, and that was lighting. And then I discovered a softbox, and I got myself a couple of those big spiral fluorescent light bulbs that turn your studio into a sauna. And I had to set this whole thing up every single time I wanted to produce a video. And I'd be sitting there trying not to sweat in front of the camera because this thing was scorching hot. And then I discovered LEDs, and then I fell down the rabbit hole of cameras and lenses and audio equipment and motion control and set design and all these kinds of fun things. And within that period of time, I also, about 5 years ago or so, started my online mentorship, Lucid Pixel. That I never thought, that I started off as being a side thing. I didn't expect it to take off the way it did. And looking back 5 years later, here we are, my full-time job, my lifetime passion, and furthermore, producing videos for you that are fun and engaging and teach me all kinds of fun things. And I get to look back at my very tumultuous relationships with being an artist, and my shaky past and my ups and downs, my wonderful experiences and my terrible ones, And I can share them with you as a middle-aged dude, helping to offer you some clarity on your potential future as well. And honest to goodness, and I probably hear this from every second YouTuber that ever graces your screen, but I mean this with absolute conviction, that, well, I don't even have to prove it. Read the comments on my videos. Read the comments, just reflect on the community that you are. And you, and I've said this a million times, you are a testament to what's worth fighting for on this planet. There's a reason why we fight so hard for each other and with each other to make this world a better place. And I've never ever regretted sharing a single thing with you, regardless of how personal it was, no matter how embarrassed I might be to share certain things with you. You have never ever made me feel like it was a mistake. I've never regretted sharing a single thing with you, and that's why I keep doing what I'm doing. That's why I keep making the quality of these videos better and better, because you really deserve it. And I really honestly mean that. So to say the most cheesiest, unpoetic thing I ever could say, this is dedicated to you. It's not dedicated to me. You guys have made this possible, okay? So, probably gonna have the wrong name on it. I don't know. It's like, huh? Rajneesh? Who the hell's this guy? Right? So let's see. Let's open it. It came a lot quicker than I am. Now, I think around the time of recording this, I'm probably closer to 110 or 111, but it doesn't matter. It's actually quite timely, all things considered. And they really got this to me quick. All right. That high quality squeak of cardboard. Let us see. Ooh, okay. Your 100,000th. Your 100,000 secret chances. Ooh, quality paper. Oh, is this Arches? Just don't mind me for a second. Susan. Oh, that looks Polish. Wojcicki. Well, no, Wojcicki. My Polish friends help me to pronounce that name. Where is it? Susan Wojcicki. It's the C that always gets me. Wojcicki. Wojcicki. That sounds Polish to me. I don't know about you. But with that said, woo! Look at these. Oh, wow. This is nice. We are honored to take part in recognizing your achievement and want your experience to be exceptional. Why, thank you. Look at this. Let's take it out of the plastic. Oh, this is really nice. Oh my goodness. Well, there we are. Ooh-wee. Hey, it's me. Hi. Look at that. Adam Duff, Lucid Pixel. I've been asked this question before, so I might as well answer it right now. What does Lucid Pixel mean? Well, number one, my intention behind it was to be a voice, be the voice that I wish I had growing up in the artistic industry. I grew up spending so much of my time feeling lost and having to fend for myself, having to find my way through this confusing world of being an artist, making a career for yourself. What the hell do I charge for myself? How do I find clients? How do I start a business? Blah, 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 blah. What kind of art books to get, where to find resources, where to learn. Everything I did on my own. Not because I chose to all of the time, but mostly because there was nobody to reach out to. We didn't have access to the resource of other people that I could reach out to unless I was in school with teachers, and then you got what you got. So if you got a crap teacher who didn't care about his job, then that was the extent of your education. If you didn't have immediate access to the resources locally, or bookshops, or learning resources nearby, tough luck, right? And when the internet age kicked in, and when things like YouTube started to become available, I immediately felt this need to be able to take everything that I had learned and share it with the world around me, to offer clarity. And that's where the word lucid came from, to offer clarity. And of course, pixel meaning, meaning digital painting, because by then I'd already established myself as a digital painter at that point. So I find the biggest challenge that I faced as an artistic professional was the emotional, psychological, personal side of things. So I decided to dedicate myself to that. And thankfully, in my particular case, I had a very rocky career. So it gave me a lot of experience on what works and what doesn't. I've seen both sides of that fence. Thankfully, all of my flaws served me as well as all of my qualities, and I hope that you realize that too. That if you're suffering and if you're struggling and if things aren't working out for you, that it is as much what doesn't work for you as what does that actually ends up forging your career. And one of my favorite expressions, and one that I live with to this day, is don't judge somebody by how they handle success. Judge them by how they handle failure. Okay? So to this, I'm not going to go on about it anymore, but to this, I owe this to you, my beautiful ladies and gentlemen who have joined me along this journey, who have been the most unconditionally supportive friends I could possibly ever wish for. And you make every single thing that I produce a labor of love and something that I will hopefully be able to continue doing for as long as this heart beats inside me. All right? And with that said, I love you all with all my heart. Mwah! And happy painting. Take care.